No peace! No peace! No peace!
Democratic Republic of Congo, Southern Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, Central African Republic, Somalia, Kenya, This man lost his family in a church that was burnt down when they sought refuge in it. Gladys Wanjiru also lost her children in the same church in Eldoret town.
I am not ready to come back and live here without my loved ones. When I see the place they lost their lives, I feel so much pain because we have never done any wrong to the people who did this to us.
Dorcas, a Standard 4 pupil in Kibera, one of the biggest slums in Africa, was one of many internally displaced children that sought refuge with their families in an agricultural showground.
When I saw our house being burned, I felt so bad. I don't want to go back home because there is fighting going on.
It is for this reason that Unesco PEER, which is Program of Education for Emergencies and Reconstruction, with support from the government of Japan, started a peace-building project with the title of Conflict Prevention and Peace-Building Network for the Great Lakes region and the Horn of Africa. This peace-building project is being implemented in 8 countries, including Kenya, Uganda, Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Central African Republic, and Somalia.
The main objective of the project is to capacity build the civil society organizations and to strengthen the network of active NGOs in conflict prevention and peace building in the Great Lakes region and the Horn of Africa.
Unesco PEER was established in 1993 with the aim of providing appropriate education as a humanitarian response to countries and regions devastated by complex emergencies and natural disasters.
In Burundi, a sexual violence survey was done on approximately 1,500 women. 19% had experienced sexual violence. In Rwanda, there were 250,000 to 500,000 survivors of rape, and 67% of them became infected with HIV. In many of these countries, conflict has also resulted in destruction of schools, leading to increased school dropout cases. By 2006, Statistics indicate approximately 41 million children of school-going age in the sub-Saharan Africa, including Kenya, Sudan, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, had either not joined school or had dropped out due to conflict-related causes. The socioeconomic impact of conflict include destruction of infrastructure, displacement, increased incidence of poverty, which consequently triggers new tensions, and conflict over critical resources such as water.
The project aims at strengthening the capacity of our societies, investing basically on the community and civil society organizations. But as you know, it will be not enough to just focus on one or two categories of key players. The primary objective is basically CBOs and NGOs. But addressing peace education is betting on medium and long term, because we have to educate children, change their mindset, and it will take time. But we need to invest on teachers. We need to invest on those who are in charge of the whole education system. Similarly, we need to invest on decision makers. We need to invest on MPs because they are making laws by the day. But we need to invest on the executive power. It's not enough to have laws. It's very important to make sure that also we enforce those laws.
The 2-year project is funded by the government of Japan at a cost of $1.5 million in its effort to promote a bottom-up approach to conflict prevention and peace building by giving a voice to the grassroots.
Japanese government decided to make more efforts in our contribution to the peace building process. This project is trying to appeal to the hearts and minds of the people by establishing a good network among those NGOs and regional organizations and respective governments to strengthen their efforts in peace education.
UNESCO PIA officially launched the Culture of Peace project on 2nd March 2009 in the presence of the Japanese ambassador to Kenya, representative of the Ministry of Education Kenya, representative of International Conference of the Great Lakes Region, ICGLR, representatives of UN bodies and NGOs engaged in peace-building initiatives.
We believe by investing on network development and increasing their capacity, we'll be able to have a critical mass that will allow the different countries involved in conflict resolution to tap on different resources from different countries.
Many of the project's target countries are covered under the ICGLR framework.
The ICGLR is the International Conference on the Great Lakes Region, is an regional interstate political initiative established primarily to address the protracted conflict and insecurity that for a long time has characterized our region. I think the member states came to the realization that a lot of the problems we have are local, if you will. They are internal. They are created by forces that are within the region.
In its endeavor, it is expected that the project will enhance capacities of NGOs and other stakeholders to anticipate and respond to conflict, work within conflict-ridden environments, enrich development practices with conflict resolution principles and tools, and empower NGOs, civil societies, and national institutions to establish early warning responses.
It is important to involve the civil society and local NGOs to work together with the governments and developing partners for a lasting solution. Japan recognizes its responsibility as a member of the United Nations Security Council from this year in the peace-building process and therefore has committed to assist in every way possible.
In this project, UNESCO's international implementing partner is the Japan Center for Conflict Prevention, JCCP.
I strongly believe that our role in this program is as a civil society, as an NGO, to enhance the capacity of the local NGOs in these countries and also enhance or strengthen their network in the area so that they have one united voice when they deal with challenging issues in conflict, as well as when they lobby with policymakers and political level. Their voice can be heard as a single.
The project launch was followed by the inaugural Training of Trainers workshop. The workshop was aimed at capacity building of NGOs in conflict transformation and peace building. It is expected that through step-down training and in a cascading manner, specific target audiences including youth groups, refugees, women groups, community elders, and returnees will be equipped with skills of conflict transformation and peace building.
The organizations who come from grassroots, where the people deal directly with our constituents, and for you having to capacity build us so that we can be able to undertake this very important task, I think is one of the best approaches.
One of the set objectives for this workshop was to see how we can coordinate and network. And I think coming from Uganda, many of you are quite aware that the conflict in northern Uganda has been ongoing for the last 22 years or so, and the effects cannot be narrated here. So I think apart from the set objectives, we have also been able to share experiences from our brothers and sisters here from Kenya, from Southern Sudan, and from Uganda as well.
The workshop has been quite an eye-opener with regard to very many issues, and especially with regard to conflict analysis and the impact of intervention.
The big problem that I see that Africans are not really focusing on or concentrating on is after they achieve any peaceful settlements of any conflicts, they ignore the most crucial part of it, which is building that peace. And also, if we have a lot of peacemakers in the Horn of Africa and Great Lakes, I think we will be the most peaceful nation, and also our area, which is also categorized as the most richest area, we will enjoy and access our resources that are now available for us.
In the end, it is expected that the project will have established functional network of NGOs dealing with conflict prevention, enhanced information sharing and communication skills capacity for NGOs in both the Horn of Africa and the Great Lakes regions, increased access to information sharing and communication materials on conflict, capacity building of participating and selected peace-building NGOs, and a strengthened and established pool of professional resource persons in conflict prevention and resolution.
It's going to help us have the absence of conflict and war.
We believe that the wars begin in the minds of people. In UNESCO, we believe that. And therefore, we must construct our defenses in the minds of people, which means education is where we begin when we are talking about promoting a culture of peace.